Well, what an absolute mess the last 24 hours have been. If you are an altcoin trader and you're an altcoin bull, we've just got absolutely handed by this current dominance that's been pumping today. So guys, we're going to look at a couple of important things, but mostly BTC is actually okay. Things are all right now. We've bounced off a nice little area. I'm going to talk to you about that. Then we're going to look at some of these altcoins that we've been slapped around in. And I've got some levels for you and things. And I've got 2 altcoins of interest for you guys, and then I want your charts. It's Friday. Let's get your charts out. Let's tee you guys up for the weekend as well. So let's get right into this. We got a lot to discuss here. It was a horrible morning, but maybe it's going to get cleaned up. So let's see what's happening here. I'm looking in the chats here. Who felt a little bit of burn? I've done a sentiment check. I need to know how you guys are feeling out there now. So get in the poll in the chats there on the video there. Get into the chats. I want to see how you guys are feeling. I want to just get a feel for the sentiment out there. Is there more pain coming? What are these guys doing? I mean, it was horrific. And let me know in the chats how you guys are feeling here. Ripple Muncher says, is it filthy after such a deep burn that these guys have given us? I figured we better start looking at some important levels for you guys and just make sure you are looked after this weekend. And I want to give you a little bit of information as to what is going on out there. And I've got a couple of meme coins that I'll show you. One of them I'm busy getting absolutely rinsed on. The other one I'm doing quite well on. So stick around. I'll show you the 2 that I'm involved in. And we've got a lot. We've got a lot for you guys. So start dropping your tokens here as well. I want to see where I can help you guys. And I see Willem's looking there for near. Philippe says he got wrecked. Don't worry, I got rinsed out as well. Hit a couple of stops, and then these assholes just reversed it again. So, you know, I'm feeling the pain with you guys. Let's just start with BTC. Let's see what these guys have done to us. So if you are a BTC trader, you are so happy, you are so relaxed right now because it listened perfectly to you. What did it do? It came down, it bounced off the 618, perfect planning, gave you a higher low, then it popped yesterday, and we were almost euphoric because we got that move so correct. And what did it do? It came back and it retested a little 618. So if you're a BTC trader, things are looking good. Things are looking chilled. And you can't be blamed as an altcoin trader for thinking that these altcoins are going to now pop when BTC did this for us. And unfortunately, today we had a dominance pump and they absolutely smashed us. So let's just see what are we watching now. So BTC right now, we are looking at 66,300. This is your big support now that you're going to be watching for today. This is what you want to be watching for this weekend, 66,300. Then a little bit higher, you can see what they're doing now. They're trying to reclaim the 382 fib. So this is your next key level here. If you're scalping, it's 67,450. That is what you are watching. So support levels key for the next, say, 12 or 24 hours. These are your big supports now that you want to watch. We had a strong 618 bounce. You know we love that 618. Nice little move there. And what do we want to see now as bulls? What is the next play? Well, big rejection zone, big resistance zone up ahead, 68,800. This was an area we pinged yesterday. This was the rejection zone that we highlighted for you guys yesterday that we were looking at. So look out for a retest there. Bulls, what do we want to do? We want to push up here, print a new high, reclaim this level, and then we can start cruising again. But very tricky conditions out there. And we had the unemployment news come out as well, and that was playing a game with us too. So we're going to look at some of the news there and just try and understand. So if you go to Forex Factory, it's a nice little website. It gives you this information, you know, when they're releasing these figures, CPI, PMI, all these types of things. And non-farm payroll, non-farm employment change came out today. And the actual result was 303,000. It was way hotter than the forecast of 212. And you can see here on Forex Factory, this is actually a counterintuitive result that we're looking for, because the more bullish these numbers are, technically it shouldn't be very bullish for the markets, because it's telling us that things are going well, and you know, the markets inflation could be coming up when things are pumping. So they're actually saying if the non-farm employment change is higher, it's actually better for currency. So better for currency gives you the Dixie pump, and that generally gives you the markets bleed out. So there was an interesting take though from one of the guys discussing this employment data. So my gut feeling here is that we were bleeding into this type of data coming out, and we saw that sweat out on the altcoins. We saw the guys de-risking and all these things while we were leading into the news, and then once the news dropped, it was priced in and things started bouncing. So TED Talks Macro, he's saying strong employment data, okay, market slightly lower as it so badly wants rate cuts. Remember, we want inflation down so they can cut the rates. That is why the market wouldn't really be happy with the bullish jobs market. And but he's saying this is strong economy is good for the risk long term. So he's saying this is actually a buying opportunity for crypto and stocks. So just an interesting take on things. Generally the guys would expect the markets to start falling over, but now we got a situation where they're perhaps starting to price things in. And there's something interesting here for you guys. Firestarter he says the Bitcoin price on halving day. I mean, what are we even worried about here? If you take a look at these numbers here, November 2012 it was $12, July 2016 $670, May 8,787 in May 2020. Can you believe that? Middle of COVID situation, and April 2024. Well, what is it going to be? So, if we look at a picture like that, we can't really be too worried about things. Things are going up, and if you zoom out, that is an up only situation right there. Okay, I've got some other things here for you guys. Let's see what. So Darn Crypto Trade. So this is one of the reasons why things are starting to turn bullish. So we got TED Talks Macro's view on the economy and why crypto is a buy. Then we've got Darn Crypto telling us something very interesting here. He's saying Bitcoin is trading back at a spot premium since yesterday. This means that the spot price is leading, and that funding rates are reset or into negative. That is quite a bullish sign for us. And then I was loving this one. You can follow me on Twitter. I've been dropping a lot of information there lately. So follow me at the Lord of Entry. And this is the third $1 billion print of the week of Tether. And we know history tells us that often after we get $1 billion print, there you see, Ray, you see, I've even got, that's the money printer. It's not very loud though. But we know, okay, statistically, if you look back, every time they print $1 billion of Tether, we generally get a nice little move in the market. Doesn't mean it's immediate, but we generally get some kind of green pump out of the market, call it 4%, 5%, something along those lines. So watch out for that. This is now the third print of the week. This doesn't happen that often. So definitely something notable. And once again, the shorts are starting to pile up. And for me, it's starting to look like a move up is the easiest route one more time. So we had a little squeeze there yesterday, and now the shorts are piling up again, and maybe they're going to give us another pump now into that resistance zone. So take a look at that schedule, and then I've got something for you guys. I found this hilarious because this is exactly how I was feeling today, and I just want to show you. I just want to show you this thing to you. I was feeling this pain today, and I thought this is important for you guys to feel the pain with me here. Let's just see if we can get this thing working here. Tell me if you can hear the sound here.
Each time when I come here, I am appeased. Each time when I come here.
So basically, it's like, every time this dominance starts pumping here, these altcoins get absolutely rinsed. And we've seen this again happen to us now. We've had a nice looking BTC, and the dominance came and it just ruined the fun. But the bullish point that I have for you guys on this current dominance situation is that it is now at a resistance zone. Okay, so we felt a little bit of pain along the way here, and now we are sitting at a resistance area for dominance. Is there an opportunity here that they're going to give us some kind of relief in the market here for some of these altcoins? Are we going to get some kind of short-term bounce? Because if we pay attention to the current dominance situation here, we can see this is a massive weekly resistance zone. We are pushing into a weekly resistance zone. Obviously, all of these areas eventually do crack. All of them do pop, and we start finding new regions. But is this the moment? Is this the time that dominance is going to blow through and send us higher, or are they going to give us altcoin traders a little breather, and are they going to just send us a little bit lower down onto support? So that move lower down, if we get this little move, it's going to give it a nice little alt rally to the market. Also, we've got the tether prints playing out there, and things aren't. I mean, we've been saying this for a couple of days, but things are starting to tee up like we need to get some kind of relief here, like we need to get some kind of move. I'm sure there's been enough pain out there. Ray, I mean, how are you feeling there? I mean, the goggles aren't even on.
I mean, honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I shorted, went long again. Like, you know, it's a party.
Okay, so you've had a nice big mixed bag. Well, I was long, okay, on my levels on some of these, and some of them are okay, but some of them I got slapped, bro. I got absolutely slapped.
Oh, they definitely came for us.
No, they came. So you guys aren't alone. Okay, you guys definitely aren't alone there with the pain train. Okay, let's some information on ETH is floating around again. Just the guys are starting to talk about ETH again. Okay, so you know, I'm going to bring this to your attention one more time, and we are 40 odd days away from the ETF date or the deadline for ETH. Then we can see there's a surge in transactions on ETH. And just something topical, something we need to discuss. This is ETH BTC, and once again, hanging by a thread. And, you know, the reversal time for ETH BTC is either going to be right here, right now, if we get a short-term breather off that dominance. So remember what we're trying to tie in here at the moment. We're trying to tie in dominance at resistance. We're trying to tie in ETH versus BTC on support that we are keeping our eyes on right now. So there is an opportunity or potential that we're going to get some kind of bounce here for ETH BTC. What does that mean? That generally means we are doing a little bit better than on the altcoins. And if this level fails, I think our next bounce zone where we can start looking for big longs on altcoins, we're going to have to tee this up, but it's going to be the 618 again, tied in with a rising trend and tied in with some horizontals. So if ETH BTC loses this key weekly support level, we're going to have to sit back, take a bit of pain, take a bit of punishment, and wait for this thing to drop a little bit lower. And for me, the first area of interest for me is going to be at this 45 level, so 0.045. That is the area. And oh yes, we see that there was an earthquake in New York. Ray, what's the story? You're not in New York at the moment, so what's the deal there?
No, but my friends are pretty crazy. People running in the streets and stuff. 5.0. I mean,
that's quite serious with the size of those buildings there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let us know if you hear anything else happening there that's urgent. Jeez, guys. So hopefully you guys are safe out there. I know Thomas was in New York. Thomas, are you? Let us know in the chats if you're around here. If you what's happening there in New York. Okay, the current ETH situation. So we gave these levels yesterday, and it's actually held out well. 3,200 was our support marker for ETH. That is what we were watching. So you know, if we look at it on paper, nothing has changed here. It held its support 3.2. That was our level that we were watching. So ETH traders, no real change here. 3.2 is your support that you're going to be watching. If they're going to come and bleed us out a little bit more, you just got to pay attention to these wicks lower down. So call it 3,050, and then you're going to be looking at about 2,900. Okay, so watch these areas. If they do want to send you south, take a look at these wicks and take a look at your next major support. So 3050 and a little bit lower down 2,900 ETH traders. So actually ETH is fine in spite of what they were trying to do there. ETH did hold its levels. Okay, Alex says we need good trades, guys. I'm going to give you a couple of things here today to play with. But remember, after this flush out that they've just given us, we sometimes need to also just take our foot off the gas again and you know, just acknowledge what these guys have tried today. They really put the altcoin traders under pressure here with that dominance. So we just got to play it smart. It doesn't mean there aren't trades. It just means that we just got to be a little bit smart here. And I'm going to go through a couple of these charts with you guys and just make sure that you all have a plan. Okay, here's Solana. Also got a little bit of abuse today and you know, pulled back, but now it is giving us a little bit of a bounce, but it is playing the game. It is playing this flag that we were looking at. It is playing along. Okay, so right now let's just see how Sol is going to perform. Again, nothing wrong if we get some kind of flag here on Solana. We can't be too upset. If you look at Sol on the bigger picture here, there's nothing really to worry about. So you can try and guess that it might want to go lower. But what I can suggest here to you is watch major supports, watch key levels. And, you know, if you are holding spot, try and understand where you are trying to exit if you are feeling bearish. So number one, your main supports for Sol, no changes here. 158 to about 160, anywhere in that region. That should be a nice little bounce zone for you. And then we do have the simple 50-day moving average coming up here at about 152, 153. So we know that we got the big guns out there and they're going to try and hold Solana up in that region if there is more weakness. So Sol has been a very strong performer and it's been very good and recovering well lately. So, no changes here on Solana. Just play the game. And if we're going to have a quiet April, for example, then, we're going to have to watch Sol form a little flag here, and we'll just take our time. Joel wants to know about Injective. Injective banged perfectly into that entry zone that I gave you yesterday. So we're going to see how that is playing out. I do have it ready for you. Okay, and then another token in the news. I mean, the guys are talking about this Pendle Finance. The price has gone up, okay, and its fundamentals have improved tremendously, okay, ever since this ENA airdrop. Now, you guys have been talking about ENA in the chats for a couple of days now, and we're just seeing a lot of interest here in Pendle. So I thought, well, let's just bring up the chart and just take a look at what their plan is and what they're doing. So if you are sitting in Pendle currently, and I know a lot of you guys are, you've been talking about it in the chats for quite a while, but if you are sitting in Pendle, it's the simple game here. We've got a nice rising trend in play, and if people are bullish on a token and Twitter is lighting up and doing all these things on something like Pendle, then you're going to ride this trend and you're going to keep playing the trend game until this trend eventually fails. So right now, all is well here on Pendle. You're looking at key supports. You want to watch your big zones. You want to watch your areas. And until we lose this trend, Pendle looks like it's going to churn, and it looks like it's going to go higher. So 5.44, 5.45, that is a zone of interest. That is a support zone you want to watch. That is your area where you're going to decide if you are bailing on this thing or not for now. So that's your horizontal tied in with trend. So what can you expect from Pendle? Well, it depends on what chop they give us this weekend, but we could easily just get something along those lines on Pendle. So if you are bullish on Pendle, just watch that trend, watch that horizontal, and you should be okay there. Okay. What else? Jackie says FTM is in the buy zone. Guys, there's a lot of tokens in the buy zone. The question is, are we going to go for it? So I'm going to show you what I am involved in currently here on my Prime XBT. Let's just see. There we are. Okay, so there's my Prime XBT. I got absolutely smashed. Okay, I hit a few stops on Link, and I hit a stop on AVAX, and then I just jumped onto the momentum trade. So this is where we are at the moment. You can see Sol is recovering nicely, but I mean, it was quite a big trade for me at one point, and now it's taken quite a haircut. So this is my current Prime XBT situation, and hopefully, well, I mean, if that was the bottom, then we are good. But right now, you can see how I've set up my trade. So this is a typical trade that I wanted to show you guys now. So we've had a bounce off the lows, and you can see where I've put my stop loss. Okay, so if that was the low of the move, okay, and you jumped into the trade. So I know there's a lot of you guys there that have jumped into trades and setups. If that was the bottom of the move, then your exit has got to be below that low from today. That's the most reasonable area that you can look to start exiting if you are looking for long. So, if they do move up now, this was a bit of a squeeze. So you would have seen that a lot of the guys were shorting and all these things on support, and they've squeezed them out. So now we got to see if this is going to be sustainable now, this next move. But if they start printing a new low, if we start losing these lows from earlier today, if we start losing those areas, then we are looking for some more pain. So that is the game I'm currently playing here on Prime XBT. And remember, if you go into the comments, or if you go into the show description at the bottom, you're going to see a whole list of things, my whole shopping list here for you guys that you can start playing around in. And there's all my exchanges here. Prime XBT, you know the drill. They're giving you a 7% sign-up bonus. You can also trade the S&P. You can trade gold. I mean, Ray was telling me about gold. It's been pumping, but we've been focused on bro, I've been altcoin trading, bro. So Prime XBT, you can trade gold, you can trade the S&P, all these things on Prime XBT. You send your crypto there, and then you convert it, and then you get trading. So 7% sign-up bonus there. And don't forget, guys, we got the Gummy airdrop launching. So for those of you that don't know, I mean, look, I mean, if you don't know about what Gummy is, well, it's an airdrop of a meme token that is getting released by Uncle Run. Okay, they're doing a massive Gummy airdrop. And what do you do? How do you get the airdrop? Well, it's a very simple equation. You need to be using one of the exchanges. So here, look in the description of the show again. It says more ways to farm the airdrop and get more Gummy. Okay, take a look here. You can sign up to any one of these exchanges here. I've put in Blowfin and I've put in Evo for you guys. So take a look, sign up to that, and take advantage of the airdrop. You're going to get free tokens. It's going to cost you nothing. And all you need to do is be up on one of these exchanges here and take advantage of the airdrop. Who knows? It could potentially be a massive project coming out for you guys. So take a look at that, get stuck in, and start farming the gummies. And Uncle Run, he loves his gummies. So okay, let's see how you guys are looking here on your sentiment. So okay, interesting. So 51% are still bullish, 18% are bearish, and 31% are fence sitters, basically. So flat for 3 weeks. I'm not against that. I'm not against that argument. Flat for 3 weeks. I think it's very possible. So let's see. We're gonna have to see how things start playing out for us. But number one for me, the fun stuff is going to be this dominance. So if this dominance starts dropping for us, then we are geared on, and then we are firing up those altcoins. So that's going to be the key. And remember, if things are flat for 3 weeks, it doesn't mean we're not going to get 5% moves, 10% moves, 15% moves on some of these altcoins. It doesn't mean the trades aren't there. The trades are just going to look a little bit different. Okay, another one that I thought is interesting for you guys, ALEPH. Okay, the play on the next ALEPH leg up. Okay, so here's straight out of the block, and he's giving you guys a couple of tips here. So follow out of the block on Twitter. Nice little alpha account that you can look at. And just another one that I want to bring to your attention. There's a little bit of strength here at the moment, and it's looking quite bullish here, sitting on the 50-day MA after breaking a nice little trend. So we are in a nice long downtrend here on ALEPH, and finally the bulls have come back, and they are saying, listen here, maybe we're going to get a little bit of action. So what I would suggest here is look for some consolidation now in this region. You just want to see this flag develop here, and you want to really just trade this break of the flag or start looking for buys at the bottom of this flag. So any moves down into these support zones, this is what you're going to be looking at. That's where you want to start picking up little bits of this ALEPH. The ticker is ALPH, and then look for this flag, and then we're going to look for a nice little pump higher. So very simple game plan here. Watch this flag, look for a trend break, and then you can start playing the game there. Okay, guys, I see the charts are coming out. The charts are coming out from you guys. I see looks was a question. I looked at that earlier today on Sniper Club. I think we can pull that one out. No problem. Onka says, Ocean Entry Lord. AVAX I've got for you guys. Okay, let's just finish some of the tokens I have here in front of me, and then we're going to look at yours. So RWA play, was this weakness an opportunity for ONDO? Real world assets, we know the drill. BlackRock, Larry Pink, super interested in RWAs and all these things. And here we are with ONDO. Nice little breather. We were trading this one a couple of weeks ago. We had some huge moves out of ONDO. And what have they done now? They've lost a key level. So this was a massive area for me. This was a big zone. And this is going to be your typical strategy now. If you were stopped out on a couple of trades today, you're going to have to just try and look for a different strategy. And this is what I suggest that you can start looking at the moment. So you can see a typical alt situation now today. Even in spite of Bitcoin strength, these alts have lost some key support levels, okay? And you're going to see that across the board. They've lost these areas. So what is the next game plan? Well, the next game plan is when these things start moving, if they run away early, you need to start catching these trend breaks. So if they're not responding off our main areas, off our big reaction zones, the next play for these guys is to wait for these trend breaks. You want to catch these trend breaks and then play these retests and make sure that they are reclaiming horizontal levels. You don't want to be longing these altcoins into resistance zones. So right now it's sitting at resistance at horizontal. It's sitting at trend resistance now. So we've had a nice little pump, and that's great, but it doesn't mean we are out of the woods here. These things can start rejecting at these horizontal levels. So we need to be careful now, and we need to play this game smartly. So support you're going to watch the lows from today. So just like I've shown you that trade that I've set up there on Prime XBT, you're going to watch those lows as your support marker, and the bulls you really now, if you didn't grab an entry lower down, you're going to be looking for a break of a horizontal, and you want to confirm that little retest of trend. And once we break a trend, then we can say, okay, cool, we're in this downtrend, but now we are breaking the trend. Maybe the trend is now reversing. The bulls are going to step back in, and then we can start getting involved in some of these tokens. So just play it safe. If you've been slapped around, you're not alone. We all got a little bit slapped around here. With that pressure there today, and now we can start rebuilding. You can start small positions when the timing is right. Remember, there's no rush to get back into this market at any point in time. The market never goes away. in spite of what everyone says and all the hype on Twitter and all the FOMO and all that shit that you see out there and people flashing all their P&Ls. Remember, in 6 hours, the market's still here. Remember, tomorrow's the market is still here. If you got smashed today, take a break. Come back on Monday. We reassess the situation. The last thing you want to do is start like revenge trading during the weekend, for example, because that can also end in tears. So, you know, if you didn't grab entries earlier, you got to be patient now. Foot off the gas, smaller positions, and we'll wait for the best moves. Remember, you know, sometimes we have these down periods. We have 7 days, we have 14 days, or whatever the story is. We get slapped around, and then we get these nice runs where we have a week of green, and then we're partying again, and everyone's happy, and we're smashing the bullhorns and all these things. So just be patient, and the good times are always just around the corner. So just hang in there. You know, this isn't my first rodeo, and I'm sure, I mean, there's a lot of, I mean, it's definitely not Ray's first rodeo either, and he knows what it's like. It feels like getting slapped in the face with an old fish on a day like today, and it's a nice.
Just gotta light up a joint and take it easy, man.
It's a nice ego check, isn't it? When you get stopped out, and it's, yeah. I mean, trading is good. Trading is good.
Oh no! How about when you don't have a stop and the position says negative 80%? How you feeling then?
No, that's not a vibe, bro. That's not a vibe. Yeah. So guys, it's part of the game. If you want to be a trader, you got to take the good, you got to take the bad, and you know, you got to grow thick skin, and you can't get too hard on yourselves. You know, when things don't go according to plan, you got to get up and you get going again. The market never leaves us; it's always here. Okay, AVAX. Here's the situation. So they really put us under pressure here. So if you were trading AVAX, you probably would have been stopped out at the loss.
Hold on.
I lost my screen here. What happened?
Yeah. You did lose it because we need to check the likes.
Sorry. Can we get some likeage here for Uncle Ray? Guys, it's Friday, okay? There's a little bit red out there, but it's Friday, okay? Let's get the likes. Let's get Uncle Ray happy. Okay, here's AVAX. So technically, we are reclaiming the rising trend here, and we are reclaiming that 618. So let's just take a look here now quickly and just see where we are. So we want to just reclaim that 618. Okay, so AVAX, they bled us out. Okay, that was a clean stop hunt. They came, they put us under pressure. They came and they rinsed you if you were sitting in AVAX, and now they are pushing it back. So what is the strategy now for AVAX? Well, you can copy that trade that I've taken there with the stop. It's got a stop under this low at the moment. You can look at that, and that is actually still in line with the original setup that I did give you guys. So I did actually allow quite a deep stop there, but they chopped me up today. So we are back in. We are riding it again. Let's see the lows here, 43.9. So that is now your support marker that you're going to watch. But what is in front of you, you know, and is there a rush? There's no rush here on AVAX. So what I want to show you here, we've got a 50-day MA resistance zone in front of us. Okay, so we know we can get rejected in the next 2%. They can reject you on AVAX. Okay, so you got to understand, what is my risk reward now after that flush out, considering that we now have big resistance in front of us. We've got horizontals that we were rejected at multiple times at 47. Okay, so they couldn't break above that 47. That's the horizontal, and it's the 50-day MA. So we need to know what is ahead of us, what's in front of us, and what is the next play. So this is our first mission. Our first mission is to blow this horizontal resistance. If we start breaking the horizontal resistance and we start reclaiming that area, then the bulls, if you are too late to this current position, then the bulls can start stepping in. So AVAX has got a lot of work to do here before we can start saying we are super bullish. And then on top of that, we've got a trend in play that we can come and jump into later as well. So there's a couple of trades here left on AVAX. So there is no urgency here. It's not like this is the first trade for sure, potentially if it's going to bounce. But trade number 2 is going to be AVAX holding support here. We need to see it hold. Okay, and then trade number 3 could be that eventual retest after that trend break. So there is time here. There is no rush. Take it easy. If you're not feeling right, let the market settle, and you know, let's just let it consolidate a bit. I mean, today was like savagery on some of these altcoins. Yeah, it wasn't a fun vibe at all if you were trading these altcoins. Okay, the next one we've got here is RUNE, and this one, candle close above the stop zone, so all is fine here on RUNE. It is still in the entry box, so this trade is still valid on RUNE. If you want to take this trade, it is available here right now in this box. Your support marker is going to be 7.06. Okay, so this setup hasn't really changed at the moment from when we looked at it the other day. So stop options here, you can see where this candle closed. So you either want to look at a candle close here, let's say you can push it 7.16, or you want to look at that candle close under 6.98. But if these alts start losing these lows that they printed today, well, then, you know, all bets are off this weekend. They could come and get very dirty with us. So just pay attention. And if you want to play this game, it's small positions here. Now we've got time. We've got to let things play out. We've got to let the market give us something, give it some structure here for us, and then we can see how it plays out. So if you want to play the game with Rune, small amounts here, you're looking at a stop size. Let's see what we've got. Let's just look at the size. Your stop size is roughly 3.7%, give or take 4%, that sort of area here. And so just play it safe, okay? Understand your risks, understand what you're doing. And then later on, we can always look at trend breaks. We can always play this game later on. If we want to turn super bullish, we got to let this thing play out. And this trade's going to come in a few phases. If the market's going to turn bullish, there's a couple of phases here for Rune. So just be patient here. You can play around, small position, and understand your exit zones. And then lower down, what do we have for you? I've got the 618 in play, okay? So we know that Rune has dodged the 618 twice now, even during that bleed out early again. So eyes on the 618 fib, that is always a big area for us, 6.72. And then eyes on the rising trend, 786 fib at 5.7. And remember, Uncle Run's words, never forget Uncle Run's words. He was saying the dump is only over when Rune is at $5, okay? And that's a horrible thought, but Rune at $5 takes you to the 200-day moving average. And we've seen a lot of these altcoins already pinging the 200-day moving average. Arbitrum was one of them. XRP was the other one. DYDX is another one that have already come back to the 200-day MA. Okay, let's go. Injective, right? Okay, so Injective hit our box. So those of you that were watching yesterday, things are still fine here in Injective. No changes to my current Injective plan. We still have bullish views on Injective. Nothing is changing here at the moment, and you can see where the 200-day MA is starting to come into play now on a lot of these altcoins. So pay attention on your charts. Get it up. The 200-day moving average. That's the simple moving average that I like to use, and we've seen now XRP, Arbitrum, DYDX. A lot of these guys are coming to tap that 200-day MA. Is Injective going to come here and kiss the 200-day MA before we send things a lot higher? So remember, when the market turns bullish, people forget very quickly that we had a bearish week or three, and there could be a move here easily on Injective if we get this dip lower, 53%. That could be to our range high. So I added to my Injective position, as you know, yesterday, and we didn't hit the second box. And when we hit that second box, or if we hit that second box, I will be adding as well further to that current Injective position of mine. So my intention is that we hold the 200-day moving average, and you know, they bring us some pain, but we bounce on this 200-day moving average. That is my game plan there. Okay, throw me some more charts here, guys. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got.
Let's check out ORDI.
ORDI, nice. And then I've got, I've got Render for you and ORDI. Okay, let's go ORDI. Ray, will you just check in the chats there as well? Some of the other tokens the guys want to see. Okay. So ORDI, yeah, this was, it always felt like a letdown. We had such a nice pump early days with ORDI, and it's been very quiet since then, but it is a nice consolidation here. So that is looking quite interesting here. It's looking like this this Injective chart. Look at this range that they've given us. Let's look at these lows. Okay, here's our first lows that we can play around with there. Okay, so we've got a support marker number 1 for us. That's cool. Let's look at our next big zone. Okay, here's a nice juicy zone over there for ORDI. Okay, let's see what else we got. Let's see, do we have order blocks? What do we have? We've got 𝗎𝗎𝗒𝗪 saying we're below the monthly, we're below the weekly. Okay, we understand that. So that is a bearish thing. I was actually chatting to Seth. Ooh, that's nice. Wow. Okay, I was chatting to Seth from 𝗎𝗎𝗒𝗪 the other day, and 95% of his tokens are showing bearish vibes or bearish sentiment, which means they're below the weekly pivot. they're below the monthly pivot. Now, that doesn't mean they can't bounce up and reclaim these things. It was just funny. He was saying he's never actually seen this. You know, in the time that he's been doing easy algo, the time that he's had his indicator, he's never seen it look this bearish, that he was at 95% of the tokens on his watch list were under the monthly and the weekly pivot. So just something interesting. It's notable. We are dealing with quite strange circumstances at the moment, the way these altcoins have been abused like that. So, okay, ORDI looking nice, but you can see what's going on here. I've highlighted some order blocks in a juicy zone here, and this is quite a bullish order block. If we've got a thicker red band here, that tells us that there's more buyers than sellers down in this region. So ORDI, areas of interest, this looks decent, right? Support number 1, 57. Okay, there's your support number 1, 57, and a nice big zone here for ORDI at 50. Okay, nice bullish order block there at the bottom, and we've got the 12-hour stock that's bottomed out there trying to push higher. So eyes on that. We could start getting a little drift or a little move up. And what is the game plan again? If you've missed this or you're unsure as to how you want to play it now, what you need to do is identify resistance areas in front of you, okay? And then you can play this game, look for that break, okay? This thing can take time. There's no rush here. These are 12-hour candles, okay? And remember, the market goes nowhere. It's here tomorrow. It's here next month. And there is no rush. So the bullish plan here, understand where your resistance zones are and understand where your support zones are. Where's your next region where you could look for a potential bounce on ORDI? And for me, these are the two hot ones. These are the two zones that you're going to be playing at. So 56.8 and a nice big one here at 50. So unfortunately, if you're going back down to 50, it comes with a bag of pain. It comes with 15%. And that could be a nice little market flush out there. But understand all these areas and all these altcoins. You can go back in history and look at them. Look where they tie in. Look where these altcoins bounce. Whenever there's a flush out, whenever there's something like that, look where they bounce. You're generally going to find at 786, 618 fibs. You're looking at 200-day moving averages, 50-day moving averages. If you look back, you'll see time and time again they react in these type of zones. So always try and identify your hot areas lower down and your big juicy zones. And the juicier the zone is, the better the reaction. And that's where you can have your stink bids and all these types of things. And the stink bid, for those of you that don't know, you stick it down nice and low where you don't think it's going to go. And crypto comes and surprises you and fills that order in the dead of the night when you are sleeping. So that's a stink bid. They're very handy sometimes, and scatter them around on your favorite tokens because you never know when they're going to come and they're going to try and dip things down. Okay, sushi. There's an interesting one for sushi. Thomas says, hey,
𝗪𝗥 or GALA? Your pick.
𝗪𝗥. Oh, 𝗪𝗥, bro. 𝗪𝗥 dog shit. I mean, I think that's the right phrase. That's the right phrase for 𝗪𝗥.
What about GALA? They're asking for GALA. Yeah,
okay, let's go. We'll go GALA and 𝗪𝗥. Here's Render. Okay, Render. I got stopped out on Render. This was shit. Okay, because look what they did here. They gave us the support. They gave us the 50-day MA. It was lovely. And they gave us the bounce. Okay, they gave us the first bounce out of our support box. Beautiful. They gave us the second bounce out of the support box. And then they rejected us. And they sent us down. Okay, so what did they bounce us at? They bounced us at the 618 fib for Render. Okay, but you know, very sneaky here. And now we're going to look and see if it's going to hold this region. So what I can suggest here for Render traders, if you're sitting in Render right now, you've got your 618. Okay, we understand they love the 618. We've got that. And use this 8.75 as your support region. Watch that zone. And then a little bit lower down, 7.8. Okay, you're going to play that 7.8. You can see that's a nice zone. Look at this juice here. For Render, and don't sleep on Render. You know the guys are bullish on Render. You know the guys are bullish on AI. And the minute the market turns, you want to be chasing strength and narratives that could be strong. RWAs, like you've seen with ONDO, those type of things. AI tokens. We saw that yesterday. There was a spark in the market on some of these AI tokens. So the minute they get their chance, they are going to start. They are going to start moving. Okay, let's go GALA quickly for you guys. And then I've got two. I'll talk to you guys about meme coins. I'm just like I'm getting a little bit irritated because the one meme coin I'm getting smashed on, the one I'm making like 5x or whatever, and I actually dropped that one in the Sniper Club. In fact, I dropped both in the Sniper Club. So Sniper Club traders, if you took both of those meme coins, you're going to be like 10x on the one, and you're probably going to be like 5x down on the other. So it's classic meme coin trading here. Let's go GALA. Okay, so far, when we last looked at GALA, it seems to be following our current plan. Okay, so let's see what they did. They pushed up, they gave us a rejection there on trend, and now GALA is hovering around a big 618 pool. Okay, so this is notable. This is very interesting here. This is very cool. Okay, GALA, support that you want to watch, support that you want to pay attention to. 618 horizontals here. 0.0537. Okay, and you do have further backup. You do have friends here. 50-day MA just coming here a little bit and bringing up an extra support for you at 51. Okay, so GALA, not too bad. You got a tight little zone here at the bottom, and let's just tighten that one up a little bit for you there. Okay, so these are your areas for GALA. These are notable zones. These are areas where you could or should get some kind of bounce, some kind of reaction on this bleed out. And I mean, just here's a nice little picture. Remember how you were feeling here when they were bleeding GALA out. Okay, all these days. Okay, they bled it out for 2 weeks. Okay, what was the date here? The date was the 10th of March to the 20th of March. Okay, they bled you out. Okay, so let's see. What do we got here? We got the 26th of March to the 5th of April. So this could continue for a couple more days. We could have a situation like that before these things start reversing for us. So just understand, sometimes these little mini bear markets do take a little bit of time, and just understand the game, you know, just be a little bit patient here. And like I've said before, we got to know when we're going to put our foot on the gas, and we got to know when we need to just relax a little bit. And at the moment, looks like the time where we need to just be a little bit cooler, cool heads, and we go small positions here. We take it easy, and then when the time is right, we're going to fire it up again. So just be patient here. Kenneth says check the KSM chart. Okay, let's check the KSM chart, and then I've got these two memes for you, and we'll recap them. One of them now was about a $2 million market cap, so it's tiny now. So I would suggest, I'm just preempting you guys. It's a tiny market cap, and I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm telling you to be careful now, because I've bought this thing and I'm like 4x down or whatever on it at the moment. So I'm going to just show you, because it's an update, because I spoke about it on my show. But yeah, I'm holding this thing. It's called Don't Sell Your Fucking Bitcoin. So I'm not selling this thing. Okay, because at some point this thing might be reversing for us. So okay, let's look at KSM quickly. Okay, KSM, we've got support. So a lot of these things are looking the same. 786. Okay, so you've seen across the board, what do we get on bleed outs? We get 618s, we get 786s, those type of things playing the game here with us. And so pay attention here, 786 for KSM, your level, 39. I mean, I don't know, do we even trade KSM anymore? Geez, Ray, I remember longing.
I thought it was off exchanges.
I remember longing KSM, bro, at like 400 in 2021. I mean, this thing is fucking, it's 40. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so it was always a dot play. So if dot was doing well, we used to jump into KSM and give it a run. So, okay, KSM, watch your support areas. You can see the game plan here. You can see what's going on. 200-day MA, okay? You're going to see this featuring on a lot of your charts at the moment, okay? 200-day MA, 34.8. Okay, that is a big area of interest. Now it's coming into play on all of these tokens. So we're going to probably be getting longs off the 200-day MA in the next couple of weeks, even if we get a short-term bounce now and things like that. Just start prepping the 200-day moving average. It is coming. It is going to be, well, it is potentially going to be visited. So KSM, watch your support. Look for that. Okay, you've got your support zones for now that you can play with, 39, and then lower down, watch that 200-day MA. Okay, so I'm going to give you an update on two altcoins. Okay, I dropped both of them in the Sniper Club. Wait, I first want to give you an update on something else. Wait. Where's this thing? No, I can't find it now. It was Kyle Dupes. Follow the crypto banter account. And there's Kyle Dupes. Okay, Kyle Dupes. Wait, let's just get this crypto banter account here. Look what's going on here. In fact, this is actually worth a mention here. This is actually... Ray, you're going to fucking love this, bro. This is so worth a mention here. Okay, let's see if you can get this thing on. Tell me what's going on here.
That's it.
Bro,
Top G.
I can't believe they did dupes like this.
Oh, okay, we're not done.
I can't believe they did him like this. This was a video circulating in our management groups today. And now, bro, they put the oak on the internet doing this. I feel so bad for dupes. I feel so bad for dupes. Okay, let's get out. Let's do a meme coin update here. Okay, so I told you guys on Sniper Club, and I told you guys on my show, I had invested in a token called Sniper Club. This is the one, 𝗃𝗘𝗘𝗫𝗦. Okay, so there's a lot of action here on this 𝗃𝗘𝗘𝗫 at the moment. It's currently an $11 million market cap. Okay, so there's a vibe here. Okay, and we're loving this at the moment. I'm finding this thing comical. They're dropping great videos here. They actually interviewed 𝗪𝗢𝗥𝗟𝗗 the other day. You can see they're having a lot of fun. They did a little video on RUNE as well with the gummies. Let's just see where it is. Yeah, this is a little gummy video that they did for RUNE. I'll just speed it up there, but it was pretty funny what's going on there. So we like this one. Okay, so 𝗃𝗘𝗘𝗫𝗦, I'm invested in 𝗃𝗃𝗘𝗫. Look, it's pretty high now. When I dropped it in Sniper Club, it was a tiny market cap. Now you guys must be about 10x now on 𝗃𝗃𝗘𝗫. Or no, maybe it's a little bit more. Actually, maybe about 2x now on I can't even remember the market cap. Anyway, it's $11 million now. What I would suggest here, this thing potentially has legs, okay? But you want to buy weakness. You want to buy the dumps. You know, these meme coins, they go up and then they come down dramatically. And what I would suggest is don't buy green candles here. If you want to buy this 𝗃𝗃𝗘𝗫𝗦, you want to buy red candles, you want to buy weakness and things like that. Looking at their Twitter, looking what they're doing, it looks like they could have a little bit of fun there in the market. So eyes on this 𝗃𝗃𝗘𝗫𝗦. I'm sitting in this one at the moment. And then the other one was this don't sell your fucking Bitcoin. Where's it here? It's literally called don't sell your Bitcoin. So I'm not selling it. Okay, I bought this thing and, you know, I'm not adding at the moment, but I'm sitting in this position because I'm not selling it. Okay, it's literally called don't sell your fucking Bitcoin. Okay, so now it's a tiny market cap. So this is not a recommendation to buy this thing. What I would suggest to you guys is let this thing develop a little bit first. Let it develop some market structure. Let it come alive again and then play the game. You don't want a situation now where you are buying these meme coins and then people are trying to exit and all these types of things. So let it get a little bit of structure. It's a tiny market cap. Play safe. Just what I'm saying is keep it on your watch list. If this thing comes alive, I'm sitting in this thing. I'm not selling this thing. And I mean, the name says enough for itself. So that is my game plan on that guy. And, you know, meme coin trading, you're up on some, you're down on others. And don't forget, often take your profits, especially on these meme coins. If they are going to come down, they come down fast. So make sure you do take profits. Okay, guys, weekend, good luck out there. You know the drill. You've got some good areas. Hopefully now these guys behave and they're nice to us. And Monday, we're going to recap and see where we are and see what's left in the pain train. Okay, have a good weekend. Don't overtrade. Don't trade too big. Just take it easy now. You can see things are a little bit wobbly. Catch you guys later.